This video is brought to you by MyHeritage. So I currently have the largest and dumbest collection of Amazon V-twin motorcycles of anyone else I know. It's the only thing I really have to like brag about. And actually, recently, we just took one of those, the Amazon V-twin chopper, on a 700-mile road trip with my Orange County chopper. It was as awful as you could expect, but it worked. It ran the whole time. The problem is, I don't really know why I'm so fascinated with these motorcycles, because they're not that great. They kind of suck. They're cheap. They're just not really good at anything. But for some reason, I have to keep on buying them. Eventually, they're gonna make one that's awesome, and it's very possible this is the best one they've ever done. They've had 3 years to steal all the information from everyone else who's doing it good and to replicate it. So let's see how it goes. I'm pretty excited about this one. Don't cut my finger. Don't cut my finger. So it still blows my mind that you can buy a street legal motorcycle. Oh, it's got wet. Oh, it got very wet. I mean, it can get wet. It can get wet. Who cares, right? It still blows my mind that this is what's competing with the motorcycle dealerships. Because you know what? Going to a motorcycle dealership is an awful, awful experience. You go there to buy tires, somehow you're talking to the F&I director, you're talking to a finance guy, you're talking to, let's make the selling process easier. If you go buy a motorcycle at a dealership and you want to pay full cash for it, it's taking you 2 hours to do it. Or order it online and it'll show up. So I think that's pretty cool. I do think that this is the future of how we're going to be doing motorcycles, because motorcycles are easy to ship. You just put them in a crate. And check it out. I gotta be honest, this is big. Most of the time when we pull these things out of the boxes, I'm always like, it's so small. Like I'm always like, why is it so tiny? Made in China. I guess that means this is the black version of it. This is a black bike. This is the P2. I don't know what that means. Nope. Maybe it's a 2000. This is model Lycan. Black. Don't know what that means. Oh, the volume is 2330. Don't know what that means. So what we know now is this box is very large. This bike is very large. The actual exhaust is ginormous. The housing of the exhaust is huge. The actual exhaust is very small. Very, very small. All right, let's pull this box up. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. The big, semi reveal. That looks heavy. I'm gonna have to move that. I gotta get that thing up somehow. Well, first let's check this tire out. We'll start taking this thing apart. But that's a nice looking rim. Look at that. It's a fine looking wheel. CST, never heard of it. It's Chinese. Oh no, they made the big mistake about tires. This is the slimiest tire I've ever felt. Rule number 1 about tires: you don't want slime on your, I don't know why that's on there. So they have a little bit of slime from like the mold casting, so you can pull the rubber out without sticking, but that's a lot. It's floating rotors, that's awesome. Looks pretty good. All right, we'll put this over here. There's a battery in here, and we can put that battery on the charger. Bring it over here. This is the mirrors. I don't know why they're packaged in, I don't know why they put them in different colored bags, but there's maybe a reason for it. They're both the exact same though. Objects in mirror close in the, I still think that the Chinese think that they can just put DLT on anything and that means something. They're like, oh yeah, it's a motor vehicle, put DLT on it, put DLT all over it. DLT actually means something. It means something in here. It means something to me. Toolkit. These are the most awful hardware for, I don't know. Oh look, we got a manual. We have to have an assembly manual. I think this entire bike is made by a company called Lafon. Now Lafon, for us Americans that don't know this, Lafon is a huge engine manufacturer. In the rest of the world, everyone knows about Lafon. There's a way to call it. Whatever I do is the wrong one. You go to a third world country, these are like the top dog. Like this is what everyone's riding. And they're apparently really, really reliable. Now, whether the concepts and designs are stolen or they make them themselves, they're probably stolen. But they're reliable. Okay, let's put this on the tender real quick. Yeah, I know my toolbox is a mess. I know, I get it. Standard battery. No, it's a dry cell. No, it's not. All right, get a good charge in there. Okay, first glance. Ginormous cast aluminum kickstand. A lot of times you put the kickstand up on your Chinese bike and it just go clunk. Nice, they got a little pad right here. Here's another common thing. This is fake. That's real, it has a purpose. That's got a purpose. That all have a purpose, it's all real. Real. Well, it's just a cover, but there's something behind there. Real. Here is the chopper. They're making this look like it's like a primary. Like this is the primary and this is the gearbox, but this is just fake. Because they're trying to make the engine look bigger and like they're trying to make it look like a Harley Davidson. Just make it look like whatever it is. Just be who you are. Look at the Germans. They don't try to make it look like a V-twin. They don't try to make it look like something else. That's what it is. Let it be what it is. Who am I to give them ideas? Well, it's been a year since the last time we had a V-twin, unboxed a V-twin, but the first time was 2 years. And a lot of people wonder, like, hey, what happened to that bike? It's in storage. That was the bike that people called the bubble bike, because when we got it, it showed up with no exhaust on it. We fired it up, and you would have thought it was a cartoon bubble machine. We'll show the clip. They wouldn't send us an exhaust. They finally sent us an exhaust. We got it. It's in that room right there. I'd never put it on. And I think the company Massimo stopped selling that bike on their website. We may have had something to do with that. It was kind of a funny looking bike. Next plan. Take these off, unbolt the bottom from the crate, pull the cage up, then we have access to the bike. Let's do that real quick. Unscrew this. Okay, that's off. I would think that this is the size of like an 800. The back end looks like a Boulevard C50. I'm assuming it's a 250. I don't actually know that yet. If they put a 2-liter in here, a huge engine, people would buy it. Like, that's awesome. Maybe the bigger engine opens up more regulations. I don't know. Let's unbolt this. I'm gonna get my drill. Of course, we're missing the 10 millimeter. 10. All right, so while I'm taking this apart, I got a crazy story to tell you guys. So I have a fascination with this stuff. It's interesting to me. 1950s, Harley Davidson licensed, I found this out recently, and I gotta find one. Harley Davidson licensed one of their motorcycles, a WLA, similar to this one, but I think it was a big twin. They licensed a motorcycle like this for the Japanese to build, and they did for a couple years. The Japanese, who are very good at building stuff, they built very high quality machines. In the 50s, built an old 40s Harley Davidson. Is that not the coolest thing ever? It exists. The Japanese built antique Harley Davidson exists, and I'm gonna find one and I'm gonna buy one. It's possibly better built than the Harley Davidsons were built. What are the chances that we're gonna look back in 20, 30 years and be like, oh yeah, LaFon, they make those awesome supercars. Everyone's driving LaFons. Whether it's a good or a bad thing, that's the question. If China wants to decide and they want to play nice and stop trying to take us over, maybe we can drive the cars. Pop this cage off. Oh, snagged it. You're starting to see it. It does look pretty cool. What we gotta do to put that wheel on there, and I think I can lift it from here. No, maybe. Well, man, I don't know. We'll lift it up with the forklift, and then we'll get that wheel on there. Let's do that. Let's bring it in. I got a smaller forklift. So heavy. This may or may not work. So I gotta, oh wait, no, I guess it'll work. Hold on. Come on. What are the chances this works right here? It's still being held on, but I'm gonna grab chapstick. So I look at a lot of different bikes with different origins, and that got me thinking about my own origins. Apparently I got a sister. Luckily, our friends at MyHeritage hooked me up with one of their DNA kits. Now, I've always been curious about looking into my family origins and heritage, but I never really made time for it until now because they made it really easy. I got their kit in the mail, and it came with super easy to follow instructions. All I had to do was put the swab in my mouth for about a minute and mail it back to their testing facilities for analysis. Now, privacy is a big deal for me, and unlike some of the other genetic testing companies, they promise to never sell or license any of the data that they get from my DNA. And now, without further ado, let's see where I came from. All right, so I was always told that I was Scottish with a little bit of Irish, but we didn't talk about that side of the family. Let's figure out what I am. I gotta be something. I know I'm something. All right, 23.1% Scottish and Welsh. I don't know what Welsh means, but Scottish, that confirms everything I've always been told. 20.6% English. Awesome, don't really know what that means yet. 20% German, that means that's why I like BMW motorcycles. 9.4% Irish, and then 26.9% more ethnicities. What? 7.5% French, 5.1% Dutch, 3. North Italian, Danish, Breton, I don't know what Breton means, Swedish, East European, South Italian. Apparently I'm Italian. This says that I'm most likely from Pennsylvania or Ohio. Somehow it knew that. MyHeritage offers a platform that makes it easy to build a family tree, research your family history, and even find relatives that you didn't know you had. Apparently, I got a sister. MyHeritage says I have a sister and it's you. Cool. Actually, now that I think about it, there was a smaller girl that grew up with us. So if you ever wanted to learn more about your past or you want to know more about where you came from, they're doing a special limited time offer kit. You can try it out for yourself. Just click in the link in the description and use promo code BB25 to get our exclusive discount on the DNA kit and get free shipping. Plus a 30-day free trial on the Ancient Origin feature and a bunch of other cool tools. So normally this is an $89 value, but with promo code BB25, you get all this for just 25 bucks. So you can start building your family tree. It's fast, it's private, and you might be surprised about what you discover. So that's keeping the front stabilized. Let's unbolt it from the bracket. And then let's unstrap it. And we're gonna pull this thing off. This bike's gonna run today, I hope. We'll do the most American thing you do to any bike when you just get it running, you do a little burnout. Cut the strap off. Remember when you were a kid and you'd be like, Mom, go get me that movie, go get me the Aladdin movie. And then she comes back with like a movie that's not called Aladdin, it's like Genie and the Magic Carpet. And you're like, Mom, what is this? This is not the movie I watched. She's like, it's the same thing. This is what that is of motorcycles. Imagine being like a dad. Imagine being someone who's like, I love motorcycles. I really want like a Harley or a Suzuki or something. And then this is what shows up under the Christmas tree. I feel like you'd be pretty bummed out because it's not what you wanted, but it's kind of what you wanted. And then you feel like you're ungrateful for being mad about it. Or it's very possible that this thing is awesome. I don't know what this thing actually costs. Let's go find out. It's actually cheaper than I thought. People are selling these things for 3,800 bucks. That's much closer to being a realistic price because when they were selling this one, it was like 55 or like 6,500 bucks. And I was like, y'all crazy, that's way too much. As of right now, I still think it's better to buy something Japanese. If you can avoid the dealers are so expensive. Yeah, you go to some of these like Honda, you go to some of these dealerships and the bike is like 1,900 bucks. Out the door, it's 5,200 bucks. Fees, prep, all this dumb stuff. Check this out. Look at these handlebars. There is big old handlebars. Check that out. Big, thick. That is not bad. I'm excited to see how this all comes together. This is pretty cool. We'll pop this axle out. This might be the actual axe. We might need this. And then use my old hammer. When you're putting one of these together at your home and you're using your forklift, always use proper forklift safety. Don't do what I'm doing. Just do nothing that I'm doing. All right, let's lift it up. Oh, I'm scared it slides off though. All right, that's enough. I can put the tire in off of this. I'm always trying to think like, why is this a bad idea? How is this gonna kill me? How is this gonna cut my leg off? I'm not seeing anything. Everything about this just is a great idea. This is a single rotor. Whoa, hold up. I'm not gonna say this because of me, but I've been saying this for a long time. You can tell the value of a vehicle by the keys. Here's my Harley Davidson key. Look at that. That's a key. It's got some weight to it. It springs out. It's like a switchblade key. It feels like you bought a quality thing. Look at this. Here's some crappy something. The keys feel like trash. Look at this bike. Look at this bike over here. It's one of the things I really didn't like about this bike. These are the keys. Just the dumbest, crappy, and actually these are metal. These are some of the nicer ones. Honda key feels good. It's got some weight to it. It's got the name on it. Someone like cared about that. There's probably a whole department of people who were like, this is how you make a Honda key. Look at this bike's key. And they're not quite there because they didn't put any logo on it. Their logo should be in there. But they're getting close. Once we get the wheel on, we'll pull everything off and actually see what this bike looks like. I'm pretty excited. This is by far the biggest, thickest, heftiest bike we've got from Amazon. Like no questions asked. And this is one of the cheaper ones. I think all the other V-twins are off. They don't sell them anymore. I didn't give them very good reviews. Might be my fault. What is, I don't know what that looks important. I don't know where that goes. I can only assume that goes right there. Oh, does this one go here? No way. I doubt that goes there. I'm looking for the nut to the axle. And maybe it was at that piece. It seemed a little light duty. It seemed a little small, but I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, here it is. That's the smallest axle nut on a motorcycle that I've ever seen. That's too small, guys. But they do have these pinch bolts right here that will pinch it to keep it down. That's pretty important. And a lot of these cheaper bikes don't have that. So that is kind of cool. Let's get that rotor in there. All right, got that in. This right here is the speedometer. I think it just goes in like that. Get my hammer out. We're in. We've got ourselves a motorcycle. I don't want to just pull this out because I think it's attached. No, maybe I can. No, I can't. I can just ride it off. I can roll it off. Remember, always ask your parents before you use the family forklift. I don't want to get a bunch of moms saying my kid was using the forklift without asking. Let's pop this thing off. People know batteries are just big hammers. All right, here's the big moment. This is what this bike looks like. Something in here. I think that's the fender. I gotta say, I need to start keeping these like rubber coated. These tie stuff down pretty well. Check it out. This is the latest, cheapest or most expensive. I don't know which one it is because it could be both, because it might be the only one. Amazon V-twin motorcycle that you can buy without ever talking to one of those awful salesmen. Honestly, it's on par with styling and looks as like a mid-2000s Japanese bike. Performance-wise, yet to be determined. Guys, if you haven't seen it's getting cold time now. The God Gasoline Bikes and Beards hoodie. Keep you nice and toasty in the wintertime. Fall time, all the time. Or your wife, just give it to her for all time because women are always cold. All right, let's roll this thing off. Move this metal thing out of here. Clean up the area a little bit. Let's button this thing up. I want to fire this thing up. I can't wait to see this thing fire up. I can't get off the thing. I need to put the bars on first. All right, let's put the bars on first. Guys, I'm an hour and it looks like this already. Makes you wonder, what are these dealerships charging? What are they charging you? $500 prep fee. All right, let's get the handlebars. Because of the way this is, I'm assuming I can put these on without, no, I can't. I gotta take these bar ends off and then slide this off, and then I put the stuff on. All high quality motorcycles, when you're putting on the handlebars on the triple clamp, they all have arrows pointing up and down. But cheap ones don't. One does. These actually feel pretty nice. They're going all the way. These are like mini apes. Okay, let's get the rubber tool for that. Let me show you guys how to properly put on handlebars. You see this angle right here? You see like where the bars are, where the forks are, and it coming up? That should be straight. You could go back a little bit, but to do it forward, it messes everything up. It messes up with the ergonomics and the leverage and stuff like that. It just feels weird. So default to being a straight line from here, from these bars down to the forks. When people buying motorcycles and them getting shipped to your house becomes a normal, and it will become a normal thing. The dealership model has to die. Sorry, all you salesmen out there. And I own a dealership. When it becomes normal, they'll start providing things, or they'll give instructions of like, take that foam mat and then tape it back to the tank. Keep the foam on the tank, so in case you hit it, you don't mess it up. You know what I mean? Like things that like mechanics know, or have a piece that just goes over just to protect the body. Because you don't want to, very easy to be torquing this down and then you whack the tank. If people are gonna be putting these bikes together themselves, they need to make it foolproof where they don't have to make a bunch of mistakes and then be like, man, the fifth time I did it, it worked out well. All right, how's it look? Is it huge? Am I huge? Am I like devouring the bike, or is it? I'm not gonna lie, it does feel pretty good. Let's roll this thing. Oh, we're in gear, that's why. There we go. We are really, really close to this thing firing up and running for the first time in America. All right, so I'm gonna take these bar ends off. I should be able to slip. Okay, this is what I feared. I could just take this apart. So this will bolt on, but this will not slip on because I don't have enough space. But I can try taking it apart. I don't like taking these apart. I've taken a bunch apart and I feel like a lot of times I can't get it back together. I feel like I'm pinching wires when I put it back, and I try not to. All right, that goes right there. All right, so we don't have to take the bars off. They have a little like dimple in there, so you know, so it goes at one spot, so it's not gonna roll around. Okay, that's not right. Okay, that needs to go on there better. Remember when Hyundai and Kia made just ugly stuff and no one bought them? But until they brought on a designer that was like, made some good looking stuff. Until that happened, people weren't really considering those like Korean companies. All these people need to do is consult with me, show me a couple bikes, send them to me, let them review them, and I'll tell you which one is the coolest looking one. Just run them past me first. Pay me a couple $1 million a year, and I'll tell you which ones you should be producing. Which ones are worth it, which ones are not. I got the eye for it. Pay me millions of dollars. Bam, that goes right there. You kind of have to start both of them at the same time. All right, all we gotta do is put this side on, put the battery in it, put fuel in it, and we're doing burnouts, hopefully. Take these dumb stickers off. I think this whole thing is gonna take me less than 2 hours. Right. There's a safety switch to make sure your clutch is in when you start it, which Harley Davidson only recently started putting on their bikes, which I can go either way, I don't care. Whether it has it or not. You ride long enough, you just gonna default to always, you're just gonna always grab the clutch anytime you start everything. Battery's done. That is charged, that's good to go. So we can unplug it. We just gotta find out where the battery actually goes. Let's find those keys. I thought I put them over here. All right, change the plans. Hot wire, how do you, change in the video, how do you hot wire an Amazon V-twin motorcycle? Oh, here we go. I put them right here. Normally there's a spot to put the key to pop the seat open. Like this. Hidden behind a little door. How does that come out? All right, that's where the battery goes. What the heck is going on here? Okay, the battery goes here, but the cables to plug the battery in are shoved so far back there and they're kind of stuck. And we gotta pull the seat off, so I guess. Nice feeling seats. They feel really good. I can't wait to see what this thing sounds like. Okay. I don't know why they don't make all motorcycles where you you get the seat off with a key. Why do I have to do this to get the seat off? Unless there's nothing in there, then I guess that makes sense. All right. That comes off. Look, this is the battery cable. It goes there. There's no space, there's no room to go over there. Oh, that's not the battery box. This is not what is this? This is the tool case. That's where the tools go. Okay, this is the battery box right here. That's the battery box. I thought that's where the battery went. I make mistakes sometimes. I blame LaFawn, I blame China for it, I blame LaFawn. I blame Amazon for those mistakes often. Like for why are these things keep on showing up in my mail that my wife doesn't know about? Must have been a mistake, must have been Amazon's fault. I don't know why another motorcycle showed up at our mailbox. All right, let's put the battery in there. I'm confident that no one who ever designed these batteries in all motorcycles everywhere ever actually installed one in any motorcycle anywhere. They're so hard. Why was that so hard? All right, all we gotta do is disconnect the battery, and then we're gonna hear this thing fire up for the first time. Like how did this get screwed up? This is underneath. This bolt is underneath the tank. Do I gotta move the tank to put the battery in? It's so annoying. Someone needs to come up with a better solution for these motorcycle batteries. I've spent way too much time of my life trying to get the nut to be in the right spot for the bolt to go through. It's so stupid. All right, we're in. All right, we are so ready. All the other stuff, turn signals, mirrors, we don't need any of that junk. We need to get this bike fired up right now. Before we do anything else, I gotta wipe this thing down. Look at all this stuff. Look at all this sticker, goo, and boy. There we go. Guys, Christmas. You're looking for something good to get your friend, your dad, yourself, who rides a motorcycle? This is the stuff. Spray on anything. Chrome, fake chrome, plastic chrome. Spray it on. Wipe it off, it looks awesome. That's what I use to keep all my bikes looking clean. You can spray it on any part of the bike and wipe it right off and it's gonna look like brand new. So this is on Amazon, it's also on bikesandbeardsgear.com if you wanna check it out. There's a click on the link below or the QR code right up there. What do you guys think this is all about? That like plastic thing in there. Is that added to make it stiffer or something? All right, before we fire it up, let's put the fender on. This completes the bike. There we go. That's how it goes. That looks, it should have been a big old fender. Cover the whole tire. That'd have been cool. This is, I can't forget this. This is the axle. This is the front axle nut. Remember I complained about the axle being like, that's a cheap axle nut? This is the right one. And actually tie it down, because I will 100% forget that I didn't tighten down. I'll get too excited. That makes sense. Let's tighten that down before I forget. And then we'll tighten down this pinch bolt right here. So this bolt could fall off, but if that's tightened, then this will never slide out. So we'll get that. Oh, that's concerning. It was already tight, which means that pinch bolt is not working. All right, so I'm pretty sure these go on here like this. Isn't this always how it goes? You get the first, like, you get it kind of together where it looks like a motorcycle and you're like, man, I'm done. In the first hour. And then anything after that takes forever. Is that in? This is it. What's room? What's this on? So when they run these things, like from the factory, why is this moving around? Like, oh, shoot. I had to put the seat on right. All right, I'm gonna fix the seat, get gas, put gas in it, and then we're gonna fire this thing up. There we go. Walk around montage. All right, so we got the gas. Everything should be 100% good to go. Also, look who popped in, my friend Brock. Cue the crowd laughter. No, crowd applause. This is a Chinese V-twin, the Lycan. And it's supposed to be the baddest bike, the baddest V-twin ever to come out of China.
Isn't there a company called like Lifan or something?
This is them.
But it's called the Lycan?
No, that's the name of the bike. Lafan is the manufacturer. Apparently Lafan is the largest motor manufacturer, I think, in the planet. We've never heard of them in America.
I've ridden one, but it wasn't this, it was more like the sporty one.
Yeah, they're super big on small engines. They're just getting to be
This looks good.
$3,800.
That's what this thing is?
Yeah, it's not awful.
I don't know what's going on here and here.
They want fat bars to look like fat bars, like, and then it reduces. You just came in the right time, because we're about to turn the key and fire this bike up. It's working, it's doing stuff.
AM 1 o'clock, that's what it is.
AM 1 o'clock, okay, yeah, that's not the radio, got it. TOT, don't know what that means. Yeah, I was pretty gentle with this bike. What do you think? You think it's gonna fire up?
I think it fires right up.
If this thing fires up, you pop that door open, I'm gonna drive it out into a burnout. This might happen. There we go, okay, it cycled on. That sounds pretty good. This feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. That's a little squishy. Dang, this is a pretty good feeling bike. Oh yeah! Everyone in the videos hates when I do this. But it's kind of a rite of passage for the motorcycle. It's also a good way to break in the bike. Hey, This thing is not that bad. Come on, Brock, let's go for a ride. Come on. He ain't coming. All right, we'll see you guys next time. This thing runs pretty good. No joke, smoothest riding Chinese bike I've ever ridden in my life. Ride that. Get it. Hey guys, don't forget to click on the link and use code BB25 to get your DNA kit from MyHeritage for only 25 bucks. This offer won't last long. That is smooth. Guys, that wraps it up. We'll see you guys next time.